Welcome back, and in this video we will build a grand army. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to a free-for-all match. You see, we have, we got 3 other players. It's a total of 4 people. Again, not my favorite kinds of maps, favorite amount of people. I prefer, a lot of people, a lot of players, but 4 right now is good. It's still good. That's kind of the average right now of when you play at certain times. And I will have to say, this was probably one of my greatest free-for-all matches I have ever played. One of them. Not the, but definitely is one of them. Because I take on everyone. Everyone wants a piece of me. And so I decide to fight everyone at once and still manage to come out on top. And the reason I was able to come out on top was because I employed a strategy I have almost never employed. I have employed a strategy, but it is a strategy I almost never use anymore. But I thought, I was kind of bored. I'm like, you know what? I'm a little bit bored. These guys seem a little bit noobish, so let's do something fun. Let's mix it up a little bit. And so that's exactly what I do. I see. The first thing I do, I go standard, number of barracks. I build some stables. First thing I do is I get a bunch of archers, start clearing out some wild animals. You see right here, I start. This is mainly a force to clear out the wild animals right now. Just standard stuff. And then, right here, I get legions. I decide to rush everyone. This is just my strategy at the time. I want to rush everyone with mass legions. Now the problem with legions is you need a lot of metal. And it is like a hit or miss kind of strategy. You either get it the first time or you will lose, because legions are expensive. Incredibly so. They are incredibly expensive to have. You see right here, my metal is just, it can barely reach 100. And you see, I keep hitting 0. I keep zeroing out. All right. So right here, I decide, I have my forces right here. I have 18 archers and 14 legion. I start moving up to red because, as you can see, red still has, he got his temple up, but he still hasn't even made it to the next age. He still has his altar, as well as, most of the workers here. But I immediately, when I was going towards reds, I immediately pull my forces back because of this guy. This guy has a bunch of heavy spearmen and archers, probably fully upgraded. However, right here, he starts building warehouse. Now, he was going for this iron node. I didn't know if he was just trying to steal it or he just didn't know where any iron was. As he has an iron node here and here, but for him to come over here means he either was trying to establish a forward base, but at the same time steal the iron, steal the resources. I really don't know what he was trying to do here, but yeah, it was a close call. Luckily, I had legions, and he immediately pulled back. Now, I didn't know where his forces were because I was blind because I was in his territory. So I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna go this direction and hope maybe I can avoid some of his forces, because these archers will unless they're fully upgraded. Now if they're just normal archers, they won't do anything. But if they're like upgraded archers, they're gonna tear me to shreds. But right here, I take some legions, destroy the towers immediately. And see, he already killed one of my legions, but luckily actually all my legions are still alive because of how powerful. These are obviously not upgraded archers. But these heavy spearmen are doing some work. Look at that carnage right here. Look at the power of the legions. This is only 13 legionnaires. There's actually, well, 14 legionnaires. There was only 14 legionnaires, and they managed to destroy his entire army, along with my archers, which serve more like meat shields than anything. Right here. I immediately destroyed his base, thus cutting his supply of iron off. And I immediately just pushed in. Full on pushed in. Now he did get these upgraded European towers, which I was kind of upset about. Because I didn't want to waste legions trying to break them down, but so instead I decided to go for the barracks. And all the workers I was able to chase down as I start running. He starts running around with them. I then take these legions and start going after his houses. And then I was like, you know what? I'm getting sick of all the archers spawning through here, wounding my legions. So I decided to go for his remaining barracks and his forges, thus basically crippling him permanently. I see right here, he keeps popping his legions, his workers out. But luckily I was able to bring in a bunch of archers, and because he popped out his workers again to repair, but he couldn't get them back in, I was not then able to not only kill his workers, but also able to destroy this tower. Unfortunately, all my legionnaires except 2 were killed. I debated on what to do next, but I didn't have anything to actually destroy the temple. I wanted to go just destroy it. But I didn't have anything to destroy the temple, so I decided to leave the legion just, hammering down until I got reinforcements. And because I was making rams from the stables to then come over here and destroy it. Now, unfortunately, at the same exact time, this guy shows up with a enormous primitive force. I mean, in comparison, it's a pretty big. We got macemen, slingers, and stone warriors. These are fully upgraded too, where I believe they are. I have to check. But I see, look at the damage. These are definitely fully upgraded primitive because of how much damage they're doing to these archers. And right here, I thought that this force itself would be able to destroy them, but I didn't realize the sheer amount of unity this guy had, including the macemen. I didn't realize the macemen. I knew the slingers and warriors were there, but I didn't know the macemen came in. So I was like, oh no. Luckily, I was Eastern Europe, so I was able to get a large amount of militiamen, and a fresh force of archers. You see right here, and also because I was in the process of destroying this guy's temple, I decided to make some squad. And these squads cut down. You see right here, they're right here. They cut down. Actually, let me turn the camera. There you go. They cut down these primitive soldiers as if they're nothing. Barely taking any damage, just when took the lowest. But in the end, they were successful. Meanwhile, this was still going on. This guy had actually saved a bunch of his workers. As you can see, he's still gathering stone and iron, but he's not gathering food. Whether he has food already, a lot of food already or not, I don't know. But he's still producing workers, and plus my attention was not focused at this at all. It was solely focused on this, so I couldn't really worry about the workers that were here. Had I known and had I had more time, I would have definitely taken out those workers. But I was pissed at this guy. I was absolutely pissed that this guy would come here and attack me. So like you see, his stonecutter is has all the upgrades from his stonecutter. So yeah, they're fully upgraded. Everything was fully upgraded. As you see, also this guy doesn't really know. I guess he's kind of a noobish. He doesn't really know he can go to the next age, and even if he did, yeah, he doesn't even have a proper amount of workers to do so. So I go in with my squad, who just make a mockery of literally everything. They are just hammering this down. Meanwhile, I have some rams right here, again, just I'm hitting this guy as hard as I can right now. But I'm like solely focused on this right now. And my attention is also on my economy because it's hurting really, really bad at this point. Because I'm producing so much. And why doesn't it look like it? Again, I'm also going into late medieval. And producing a lot of troops. But regardless, I go in, destroy this guy completely. And right there he quits. After that, I send in reinforcements over here because then at this point I do realize that he is repairing and that my his workers, he still has a lot of workers, and he's producing squad too. And I start chasing his workers with my legions, trying to kill as many as I can. And I do kill quite a few, but unfortunately the squad and legion, well, squad, let's see, legion has a lower armor thickness than squad, so making it squad way better in terms of armor. Plus, they do more damage. And right here, I start realizing that he has squad. So I then start, training his squad over here and just hammering them down with archers. Luckily, these are upgraded archers. They don't have the arrow tip. They do have the bowstring. He also produces crossbows, which I don't know why. I get crossbows are powerful, yeah, sure, but they wouldn't be very useful in this situation. Regardless, after red was fully done, I decided to take my main force over here that was over here, and then bring them back down here. And then you see right here, he tries to use his crossbow to like train my arrows, which does some success, but again, he's not producing any food. I don't know where he's... Yeah, he has no food. He has 0 food. So whatever food he had is now gone. So this is basically the end for this guy. Done. Already, that's 2 done. And 2 people attacked me, that's 2 done. Now, all that was left was this guy, who had plenty of time to build, and I knew it too. This guy had everything. I am in late, though. I'm still in late, whereas this guy, he is just getting late. He's not even at late yet, which is kind of surprising, because in fact, he wasn't attacked. He had all the time, all the resources in the world. But I think what it was the fact he built too much defenses. But even then, he still should have had the resources to... He should have been producing enough workers. Regardless, I go in with horse archers to try and draw his fire. And then what remains of my force, mainly archers and battering rams and the squad that I still have. And I cut down his spearmen quite easily, but he ruins my left flank. My right flank still has majority of my archers, so I'm not too concerned. He tries to draw back my forces. And right here, another massive wave of spearmen, archers, and pikemen show up. Meanwhile, my battering rams to the left decide to flank him and try to destroy these towers. Because I know the towers are honestly the biggest threat out of all these units. The towers are probably the largest. So I decided to go in and try to destroy the towers. Right here, my archers are just completely decimated due to the volley. Now, I don't want to pull back, but I am forced to right here because there's no point of letting them die. Right here, I try to use battering rams to just try to destroy this guy's warehouse. Why the warehouse? I just wanted to slow his production, honestly. Right here, I take my workers, or take my archers, sorry, I take my archers and start attacking his workers that are stuck here repairing. See, I killed quite a few of them. But eventually I am pushed back. I killed a large portion of his units because I just refuse to back down. I can't back down at this stage. So I then decide, you know what? This isn't going to work the way I want it to. This is not going to be an easy victory. I cannot risk this guy getting industrial because this guy had more than enough time. I don't know if this guy is on his way to industrial. He should have been. He wasn't, of course. So I decided to rethink my entire plan. Everything is going to be rethought and remade. So I decided to create the army which I never thought in all my days I would create. I create a mix of grenadiers, winged Hussarians, and Cossacks. And I also throw in some militiamen and archers. As you see, I got militiamen here and the remaining of my archers. And I start creating the greatest army I have ever created in Eastern Europe with the most elite troops imaginable. I even get a workshop to produce cannons, but unfortunately the cannons don't show up until much later, but oh well. Right here. Bingo. My army is complete. First thing I do, I take my I have 6 Hussarians and 8 Cossacks right here ready to go. First thing I do is I bring my Cossacks and Hussarians all the way around, and then I bring my Grenadiers, Militiamen, and remaining archers, as well as a group of workers to establish a forward base. Well, mainly just a tower, a couple towers. It just acts as a forward base, so that way I can gain the territory and vision, so he doesn't see what I'm doing. Right here, I pull my militiamen to the side to act as a diversion, as well as the archers and the grenadiers to the right. And then I take my Cossacks and Hussarians, and I go straight towards his back line. He has no idea either. He because I pulled them all the way around outside of his territory. Right here, my grenadiers go in, throw grenades, destroy a tower. He tries to pull back. He tries to pursue with pikemen. I immediately annihilate him. My militia act as a perfect diversion to his left flank as it drew most of his troops away. Meanwhile, my Cossacks and Hussarians are decimating this guy's workforce. And again, I go in for another attack. And this guy has no idea what is going on. He is being pursued and hit on every single side. His backline is being decimated. Grenadiers rain down extreme and heavy fire. You see, like, they're getting mowed down. It's incredible the amount of carnage that is going on right now, that I am just producing. I immediately pull back my Hussarians. I see the winged Hussars have arrived to save the Grenadiers. They have arrived, guys. And they go in and they annihilate, with help of the Grenadiers, just shooting the pikemen and archers in the back. Hussarians right here, perfect. Unfortunately, of course, they all die, but not before I do extremely heavy damage right here. Heavy damage. A lot of pikemen and archers were just annihilated. Unfortunately, the wild animals in my back were being quite annoying, so I just decided to clear them just in case I need to retreat again. But that is not it. For me, I get a fresh group right here. We got Cossacks, Hussarians, and mainly archers. I stopped producing Grenadiers because of the cost of metal, but I do get a cannon. And you see, I go in for another run, throw grenades, pull back. right here. his pikemen are being annihilated right now. I also threw down a gingerbread and iron bowl for fun. Okay, another tower destroyed. Unfortunately, I am losing a lot of grenadiers, but it is okay. It's mainly because a lot of them are wounded. I don't have my main force doesn't show up just yet. Right here, now it does. My main force comes in full of militiamen. And look at that, again, the winged hussars show up in the nick of time to save my grenadiers who are being pursued. Right here, straight down the middle. And they go into the back line. This guy also produces heavy units. But not before I bring in my heavy units. I then go straight in for the barracks, the fortresses. Meanwhile, right here, again, my archers and militiamen rain down fire. Meanwhile, my Cossacks are right here, just annihilated his backline. All of his workers are dead. Militiamen straight down. Take my grenadiers, destroy his towers. And just to add insult to injury, I have a cannon too, and in the back, just raining down fire wherever I could find it. At this point, I realized that this was a now or never deal. I had accidentally upgraded my forge into an arsenal, so I can no longer get grenadiers because it requires a medieval forge. But that doesn't stop me. I remain conservative on my grenadiers, and I just keep hitting this guy's temple in the back. Meanwhile, I have another line of fresh troops, including one grenadier that made it out of production, as well as more Cossacks, winged hussars, militiamen, and archers. Right here, I decided to end this once and for all and just eliminate this guy's temple. He has no more workers except these few gathering trees. And right there, it is victory. I won. A complete and total decimation of everyone on the map. Now this guy, of course, red, a little bit noobish, he's still primitive, but he still did save this guy for a little bit who should have built a farm. Had he built a farm, he probably could have saved himself because my intention was this way. But this guy, again, had I not built Legion and archers, there was no way I was able to win. It would have been a long, drawn-out conflict, and that was something I was not willing to risk at all. Because it would not be economically suitable for me. And even if me and him did fight constantly and one of us did eventually win, it would have been me, obviously. This guy at blue, he would have had the resources either way. He would have had 100% the resources to push. Meanwhile, blue, now I think he should have, again, I don't know what was going on with him. I guess he didn't produce enough workers, or he maybe built too much stuff early on, which definitely could have been a possibility. He definitely could have built way too much stuff early on. But my quick thinking, as well as my constant need to build a vast army of, as you see right here, militiamen, Hussarians, Cossacks, as well as perfected strategy. That was some of the best strategy I've ever employed in a free-for-all match, of just hitting this guy in the back line where he's weakest, and then pushing with grenadiers, and then flanking with archers and militiamen, and a constant stream of troops coming in. It was perfect. Everything about it was just perfect. Grenadiers. I might actually. Okay, so I know I've gotten some requests to just try Grenadiers out. Well, here's here's some Grenadiers, as you saw, the Winged Hussars showed up and saved my ass, or saved my Grenadiers ass really, because they would have eventually been pushed back, and then I would have to constantly do hit and run, to save them, and that was something I wasn't going to risk. Especially when I had so few Grenadiers to play with. But it is okay. Yeah, I see right here, more troops are just, these are still more and more troops still pouring in. So even had I lost like in the initial like fight and just maybe destroyed this outer shell, like the sheer amount of troops that are right here, look how many troops are right here. 8 Cossacks, 3 Hussars, 59 archers, and then I would have constantly used partisans instead of militiamen, which still would have proven way more effective too. But yeah, an amazing play, and game. That game honestly had my heart racing because I really had no idea what to do, and I honestly God thought that I was going to lose. Because it really did seem like it. It really seemed like I was going to lose. Because I had no idea what I was going to do. I was being attacked from both sides, and this guy had fortified himself to no goddamn end. Dozens of towers, balloons, everything. As well as an army of pikemen and spearmen. As well as a nice auxiliary force of archers to save him. And he did have one cannon, but I don't know where the cannon went, or even if... Because he definitely did have a cannon, I know that. But I couldn't see it at all. Maybe he didn't, and I'm just imagining things. But I thought at one point that he had a cannon. I know I had a cannon, but I don't know if he had the cannon. But yeah. I hope you all enjoy this. Leave a like, comment, and I will see you all next time.